last video we did, and we messed around or installed some network policy servers. As far as what we did then, now we're going to do is just manage certificates. So certificate templates are typically used by enterprise certification authorities, right, to define the purpose and the content of certificates that could be issued to a requesting entity like a user, a computer, or a network service, right? So just going to deep dive straight into it. So for our first half, we're just going to add some AD certificate services and certificate web enrollment services. Because typically in corporate network services, right, they have a dedicated server to set aside to handle certificate issuance and management to requesting users, right, to computers or network service. So just going to add the ACS or the AD certificate services rather, and the certificate authority web enrollment on this server that we're on now. So just going to open up PowerShell through way of the server manager, and then just going to add a command here. Let's see, I'm going to try to type as fast as I can. Let's see, authority. ACS web enrollment include management tools. All right, perfect. So now it's collecting data. So it's just a command, again, enter to install the certificate authority services. So it may take about just a few moments, but just so I can preserve the length of this video, I'll see you guys on the other side when it's fully done installing. All right, perfect. So now the PowerShell just confirmed the successful install of the Active Directory certificate services. And I'm not going to say the whole thing over again. You guys know what it is. So now I'm just going to install the AD certificate enterprise CA and the CA web enrollment service. So what I've just done was I simply added the AD certificate services right into Windows. So it's essential that those two services actually be installed and configured with their respective system settings to make them capable of issuing certificates to requesting users, computers, or services. So actually, I'm going to place another command here. Let's see. It's going to be a relatively quick command. Hopefully the command is the install rather, or the load time is just quick. Authority. Apparently I can't spell. All right, perfect. Yes, of course we do. Of course. Perfect, great. So now it's just confirmed, even though it has an error ID, technically it is confirmed, right? Because there aren't any errors. So now we're just going to install the certificate authority web enrollment. So ADCS web. All right, yes, of course. Perfect, again, error ID 0, so we're good to go. So I'm just going to minimize the PowerShell window, and I'm just going to, let's see, refresh here. And then I'm just going to certification authority here. All right, so now we have this open, so I'm just going to expand this really quick. Certificate templates. All right, so now I'm just looking at the information here. It just indicates the type of certificates that can be issued by our server here. So I'm just going to move on to the next tab, so which is configuring certificate auto-enrollment. So enrollment for machine or user certificates can be done manually by using a certificates request wizard through the Microsoft Management Console, right? And that's for a small organization usually. But for big companies that maintain hundreds of network users, right? Certificate enrollment, it can be streamlined by customizing a certificate template, right? It just allows you to set properties such as auto-enrollment and simplify certificates deployment to domain users, right? By using group policy objects. So first, what I'm going to do is just configure a customized certificate template, right? So let's see, let's manage here. And yeah, these should be in alphabetical order. Okay, let's see, duplicate. All right, perfect. So we're in, let's get to the general tab. And then we're going to say they're a secure user. We're going to apply the request handling. All right. Prompt user enrollment during enrollment. Okay, perfect. So that's good. Going to apply here. And then let's get to security. Now, just to note also for the purpose of this lab, we're going to use this option as far as prompt, the last option I just showed, prompt the user during enrollment. But in an actual deployment, users are not prompted by any message, typically when they're automatically enrolled for a certificate. But let's go back to what we're doing for the security tab. So we're just going to ensure that authenticated users security group is selected. Okay, perfect. So they're good. And they should be under auto enroll. Perfect. Then we're going to apply for these guys. And then let's head to our next tab here. Let's reopen that back up. Okay, superseded templates. All right, we're going to do add here. Then user. Then okay. All right, perfect. And then apply. Okay. Subject name. All right, perfect. Let's see, subject name. And then let's see, include email name and subject name. That's good. All right, email name, that's good. Actually, let me take these off. Now I'm clearing these boxes, by the way, because as 80 users in practice lab domain, at least for this one, they don't have those attributes defined as those accounts, of course. So I'll just leave this one, just leave the one checked, and I'll hit apply here and get out of here. So actually, I'll close this up too. So next, we're going to include the secure user certificate template in the list of certificates that can be issued by this server. So let's make sure, yeah, we're back on this window. Let's do this here. Of course. Let's see, secure user. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. So, so we just add a secure user, at least the template, as one of the certificate templates that can be issued by this server. So I'm actually going to minimize this because I'll need it a little bit later. But now I'm just going to create a group policy for certificate auto enrollment, right? So let's see, let's go here, server manager, group policy. Should be here. Policy management, let me refresh. Actually, you know what? Let me actually go to the other server here. That's why I'm not seeing it. So there it is. All right, so let's open this puppy up here. Then see here, let's open this up. And then let's see, open this one up here. Okay, perfect. All right, let's see. Make sure I'm spelling it correctly. All right, so we've gotten that taken care of. So let's see, got that here. So I actually open this up and edit it. All right, also just wanted to note as well that the group policy management console, if the message box appears, it indicates that we've selected a link to the GPO, and that's why I just exited out of it, just for so give a heads up as far as why I did that. All right, so just going to open up policies under here, Windows security. Where's security? There it is. I can't see things here. All right, so security and then public key. Let's take a look there. Okay, let's take a look to see what's going on here. Okay, auto enrollment, that's what we want to see. All right, perfect. We're going to change this to enable the course. All right, perfect. So we see a number of boxes here, right? Number of check boxes. So we're going to make sure we do renew for our certificates. We're going to update also. Then we're also going to display user notifications for expiring. So we're just going to hit OK here. All right. I'm actually going to close this out as well. And I can actually close this out too. So let's go open up the command prompt. Right. And then, of course, I'm going to do a group policy update naturally, right? Of course. Doesn't take long at all. Yep. And we're going to, until it loads back up. Actually, I'll just exit out the, oh, there it is. Exit out. Now we're just going to verify the certificate issuance, right? So after configuring the auto enrollment policy, we just need to sign on as a domain user located in the IT organizational unit and verify that it's actually issued to the user. So for first, we just need to temporarily disable the server auto login to be able to log onto another device. So let me take care of that here. I've done that off screen. All right, perfect. All right, so we've done that. Now I'm just going to connect to here. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm just going to try to sign on as another user. Okay. All right. Perfect. All right, it might be a few pop-ups here. Then I also should get a certificate icon. Should be somewhere here, my notifications. Or somewhere here. Just in case I don't get it, I'll just do an update policy here. Excuse me. So I should receive a, there it is. It's updated. Okay. And then this is updated and I still haven't received anything as far as expanding. I'm sorry, not expanding. Certificate. I'm actually going to, oh, that's wrong. All right, so disconnect. So I'm going to sign my back in. I should get it. Okay. All right, so we finally got what we were looking for, the certificate enrollment. Um, let's see. It was just here a second ago. Let's see if this is, there it is. All right, perfect. All right, so now we're at the certificate enrollment. So now we just, it's all that jazz. And then next, and then of course we want to enroll. And it was pretty painless, pretty quick, right? So now the certificate issued to logged in as Lisa Scott can be used for a number of tasks like protecting our personal files using the EFS and encrypted email messages, right? If there's an existing email server in the network, if it was, right? So I'm just going to sign out of her, right? And so now I'm just going to start implementing key archival, right? So to ensure the recoverability of key certificates, a CA or certificate authority server must be configured to archive keys, right? And or certificates that have to be issued to users and computers, right? So I'm just going to show how to set up a key archival by first enabling a key recovery agent, the certification authority, and issue a recovery agent as well as certificate to the CA administrator. So first, I'm just going to enable the key recovery agent. And it's a security sensitive role that must be manually configured, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because we all like to, automate as much as we can. But to be able to recover lost keys issued by a certificate authority to users in the domain network, right? So just enable that administrator account for the role. So actually going to pivot over to the DMO1 server, and I'm going to restore the certificate authority. Let's see, there it is. All right, perfect. So let's, I think we're good. All right, certificate to issue, then enable, should be here. Can I see? There it is. All right, perfect. And then here. All right, perfect. And then actually, I'm just going to minimize that window. Now I'm just going to request for key recovery certificate. I'm sorry, key recovery agent certificate. So let's see. Just going to enroll the administrator account to use a recovery key. Or key recovery, however you like to say it. So let's see. Start, run, and let's see. Okay. There we go. And of course, I want to use my user account, yeah. Okay, then I'm good with that. All right, perfect. So let's actually expand this. Right, then let's right click. Then we're going to request a new certificate, of course. And then next, then let's see, next, that's good. And then key recovery agent, of course. Enroll. All right, it's just process. Oh, that was, well, the enrollment is still pending. Let's see. But since the key recovery agent is a system of security, as it indicates, enrollment and pending, right? Enrollment pending, not impending, but pending, meaning it will have to be issued or approved rather manually to the user who requested for it rather. So I'll just hit finish here. Actually, I should have just minimized it, but hopefully it won't hurt too much. So I'll just minimize this here. And now I'm just going to issue the key recovery agent certificate, and I'll start with the approval of the key recovery certificate. So let's see, actually, let me restore this. All right, and let's see, pending request. Actually, I'm going to refresh this. Let's see, pending request. And then, let's see. Issue. There we go. All right, perfect. So we went ahead and approved it. So let's see, issue certificate just to confirm. And then there it is. Okay, perfect. Open. Certificate is intended for key recovery agent, issued to administrator, boom. And to DMO1, boom. All right, perfect. So let's take a look at the details. The copy to file, right? Then let's see, DPR. Okay, that's cool. All right. Then we want to name it, let's see, admin, let's see, KRA, key recovery agent. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so we can do that, export successful. Then we can actually minimize this. The console, perfect, perfect. So far, so good. All right, so now we're the certificates. The file to import, the one we've just created, literally just created. Agent, certificate. All right, do we want to place? And also, I just want to note, yeah, I'm doing everything the manual, the long way. You can also use browse also if you want to, find the file. But nonetheless, we're good to go. So I'll just leave it at the default personal. That's fine because that's how we had the settings for earlier. All right, perfect. So the import was successful. So now we're back on the console one dialog box. Let's see, current user. All right, so we're good there. Then let's take a look at personal certificates. Now we notice that the certificate issued to the administrator, right? With the intended purpose of the key recovery agent. At least we saw, there it is. It's now available, right? So I'll minimize this because I'll need this in a moment. So now we're just going to configure the certificate authority for key archival. So let's see, make sure I'm on the right server. So let's restore, I think it's, there it is. All right, and then let's right click on here, properties, recovery agents, there we go. Then archive the key, add, perfect. All right, so now, let's see, okay. We start the service now. Yes. Perfect. That was fairly quick. The things in this lab, they don't go that quick pretty often, but yeah, that was fairly quick. So now we're just going to create a new certificate for a new certificate template enabled for archiving. So just going to create a duplicate of the existing certificate template that we already have, the customized properties of it. So let's see, certification authority. So let's go back to the templates, manage, see user, see duplicate, of course. And we're pretty much just going to do similar to what we've done earlier when we did this before. So let's head to the general tab, and then EFS user. We're going to do apply, the request handling. Then let's see, archive. Let's see, that's fine. All right. So let's see, changing. Let's see here. Okay, no, we're fine. Looks like, so I'm just looking at something else here. Just hit apply. Then subject. All right, then we're going to uncheck these again. All right, then apply. Security. Again, same concept as earlier. Have authenticated users. Enroll. Okay. Actually, I'll just hit enroll. We don't necessarily need auto enroll. All right. So let's see. All right, perfect. So as we can see, we have the updated after we duplicated it. We made our own, settings to it as far as the certificate template, right? So I'm just gonna close this out, and now we're back in the CA console window. So I'm just gonna right click this, and we're going to issue another one, right? So there we go. Click OK. I'm gonna keep this open still. Right, so now that allows us to start enrolling for user certificates, right? So we performed the essential tasks, right, to set up the key archival and OCA server. So now the tasks include a few things, creating a custom certificate for key recovery agent, as we've done, configure the administrator account to request for a key recovery agent certificate, and then we enabled the CA server to archive issue certificate and create a custom certificate template enabled for archiving. So now we're just going to test a new user to enroll for a custom certificate that was enabled for certificate archiving. So first, let's start the request for a new certificate. So we're going to swivel over to the Windows 10 server. Then we're going to sign in as another user like we did before. But this time, instead of Lisa, we're going to be Paul. These passwords, I tell you, buddy. There we go. Too fast, I guess. Okay. All right. So I was expecting a few things to pop up, but nonetheless, that's fine. So we're just gonna run the MMC here. Then of course we do. Then we want to make it. There it is. All right, so certificates, add my user account, of course, as usual. And then let's see, we're done with this. All right, then actually, let me open this up. There we go. We're going to request it pretty much similar to what we did before, right? Let's see, then for this page, we just want the EFS user because that's what we had for us to enroll. And it finished up fairly quickly, succeeded. All right, perfect. So now we're just going to encrypt the user folder by using the EFS, right? So you saw that the user has been successfully enrolled for a certificate, right? So that can be used for a number of applications, like I mentioned before, like encrypting the file system. So now we're signed in as Paul Weston, right? So let's actually head to the file explorer that we're actually going to expand this. Take a look at the local drive. EFS user. Let's see. Oh, don't see one, but I'll create one. So I don't see one. There it is. That's cool. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to space them out. Makes it better if I need to search for it under another. All right, perfect. So I'm just going to go inside this and then create a text document. All right, perfect. Then I'm going to name it confidential memo. Okay. Get out of here. All right, perfect. So I renamed it confidential file. So I'm just going to open it up. Just going to place one thing online. This is a test file for EFS. All right, save. All right, perfect. So let's take a look at the properties. Let's see. All right, so general, then advanced. Then let's see, encrypt. I want these here. Then okay. Let's see. All right, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so now we're going to notice if we just get out of here. Let's see, perfect. But yeah, there it is. I thought it was going to be on the folder too, but just a file right now. But we'll notice that now it's a menu lock that's added to the file, right, for the text document. So this indicates that the text doc and the folder are now encrypted. So we're just going to sign out now. So now I'm just going to delete and recreate the user account. So just going to test the functionality of the key recovery agent account by deleting a user and recreating the recovery as lost keys. All right, so first let's swivel over here and then let's go to active. Let's see, directory. All right, perfect. That's already expanded. All right, so in America, operations, then Paul. We're going to delete this guy. All right, perfect. So now that we deleted Paul, again, we're going to test the recovery agent functionality. So we're going to recreate a user named Paul Weston in the same folder that we have. So while we're in here, I'm just going to right click here, then new, and then we're going to click user. Again, same name, same exact name. Then user logon we want. Again, same everything. Paul Weston. I'm gonna hit next. Same password. All right, and just clear this out actually. And next, once we finish. All right, so I'm just going to minimize this really quick. All right, so now I'm just going to test access to the encrypted folder as a recreated user account. So just to see the effects of access to the encrypted folder, right? So let's actually swivel on over here. And then we're gonna sign in as Paul. Perfect. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna open up File Explorer and see if we can do what we need to do. God, this is taking so long. I'm not even gonna let it finish loading. All right, so let's take a look. Oh, not this network, this PC. All right, so get out of here. So let's go back. Oh, there it is. All right, so let's try to open this file. And of course, we get an access denied message because Paul Weston doesn't have the certificate to unlock this file, right? So this is a result of deleting the user account that was performed earlier that we've just done. So I'm just going to close this out, right? Now I'm just going to recover the previous Paul Weston's certificate that was used to encrypt the folder. So let's actually minimize this. And let's see. So managing the key recovery, pretty much that's what we're doing, right? So it just illustrates that the user account that was having access to the encrypted file was deleted and will be denied access to the folder if it had encrypted sorry, brain fart. So let me start over. So if a user account having access to the encrypted file is deleted, it will be denied access to the folder it had encrypted, even if the account is recreated with the exact same properties as the old user account, right? So now we're just going to demonstrate how to recover an archive certificate and key that was issued to the user and show how to link the certificate to its rightful owner. So after which we'll perform an export of the key to a file and finally test if the recovered key can be used for decrypting a protected account. So we're going to first start off with importing the key recovery agent certificate. So let's connect here. So let's open up console one. And then let's see. All right. Let me actually refresh here. Okay, there it is. I was looking for something else. Huh? Got distracted. All right, so let's see here. Recovery key agent. Yep, there it is. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's do export. All right, because we want to give it to someone else. All right. All right, perfect. So verify. Let's see. Wait a second. Yes. What is this? Okay. I don't know why it wasn't clicking for me. But nonetheless, so now that we're on this page, we're just going to verify personal information exchange is good and include all certificates. Yeah, so we're good there. All right, perfect. So now we're just going to do this. All right, next. And the file name, same as before, right? Admin, key recovery agent. All right, perfect. I'm gonna finish. Export successful. That's what we like to see. All right, perfect. So now, after exporting everything, right? Just going to import the file back into console one. So the administrator needs a certain type of file, which is the PFX file, to be able to recover the archive keys from a CA server, a certificate authority server. So let's actually head here. Then let's see, import. Right. So then let's go here. Let's see. Key recovery agent. PFX. Right. Perfect. Did the password. All the passwords are exactly the same. Don't want that in real life, but it's the lab, so. Okay. That's fine. Computer. I have a backup mouse, so that's all right. Just gonna. All right, perfect. So just going to verify that. Let's see. Don't typically like this mouse. All right, let's hit next. All right, mouse is a little harder. All right, perfect. We're good here. We're gonna hit finish, and the import was successful, of course, because we are successful. Now, perfect. So now what we're gonna do is just, we noticed that now a second certificate has been added to the list, right? For the certificates here under personal and certified users. All right, so now just gonna, let's see, restore certification authority here. Then issue certificates. All right, so let's see the requester name. All right. Yeah. This is his. I got distracted because of, as you can see, my microphone is just went out on me. All right, so let's see. Paul. All right, so now I'm just going to use the cert utility to recover the archive keys. So to run that, it's going to, let's see, command prompt. Oh, it's not what I wanted. Actually, let me see.
here. All right, it'll have to be done like this. I wanted to run it as the administrator, but this is fine. That'll have to do for now. Yeah, there we go. All right, perfect. So the command key, so the command was done, was executed successfully. So now, let's see. Actually, let's take a look at something here. Let's see. All right, perfect. All right, so now to create a certificate that can unlock the encrypted file that we had for the original Paul lesson, I'll need to create a PFX file or .pfx file from the retrieve key file. So let's see. Not sure. It should, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so cover key rather. Put Paul.pfx password. All right, so recover key command successful. So I'm just going to open up the file explorer here. Then local, and then Windows here. System 32. Let's do that. All right, so should be able to find Paul. Oh my God. I should have just, I like doing things along the hard way. I should have just literally searched the search at the top right. Let's see. Okay. Looks like it's not here. So let's see. Actually, you know what? It's a different file type. So it should be personal information file. Let's see. Okay, Paul, where are you? All right, let's find it out here in a second here.
All right, so I've located it. The issue was I did not name it to be Paul. It was still the admin KRA, but I did find it, and it was also in a completely different spot than what it should have been. But that's probably because I was going a bit too fast. Nonetheless, the show must go on, so I'm just going to copy it here, and then I'm going to create a folder here. Let's see, called Paul Weston, and I'm going to paste it here. All right, perfect. So now I'm going to share the Paul Weston folder to allow the user to access the PFX file over the network. So just going to right click. Actually, let me rename this. So we rename it Paul. Actually, that'll help too. All right, so just going to head to the properties. And of course, let's see, it should allow me to share. Actually, you know what? See, it's probably because I need to go back here. Share. No. Here, share. I can share the direct file, but I'll have to share the folder. All right, perfect. So sharing, event sharing, nonetheless, share this folder, share name, Paul Weston, apply, okay. All right, perfect. So now I'm just going to test user access to the encrypted file. So I'm going to verify that another user, name is going to be Lisa Waybridge, that to see if they can access the file that was encrypted earlier. All right, so I'm just going to pivot over to another server. All right, actually, yeah, we're install out here. All right, so he signed in, right? I'm still signed in another Paul currently, right? Let me actually get out of here. All right, perfect. All right, so let me open this back up. Then let's do that. All right, so now DC. No, it's not. I don't want it. All right, perfect. Then finish. Perfect. There we go. So now we see a new window populated, right? And let's see, install PFX. And then let's see. Perfect. That looks good. Password. Of course, we have that. All right. All right. Let's see. Then finish. All right, perfect. So the import was successful, didn't get any errors. So I'll just navigate back to, let's see here, the EFS user. And then let's see if we can open it. All right, so should be able to access. The access is denied. Actually, you know what? Let me refresh here. Do an update. Actually, let's see. I know it's not technically what should be done, but I'm going to do it anyway. That is not what I wanted. Okay. All right, there we go. Or I may just need to restart it. Access denied. See. Restart. So let me just go here. Okay, that's fine. All right, so let me just open this up. All right, not sure what happened exactly, but because I was able to assign that certificate back to Paul, he was able to, as we've seen, I was able to share that certificate. From here, he should be able to access or use the recovery key agent for that the document that we've had from the original Paul. So let's try it again. Not sure exactly what happened. I probably missed one probably very key component to an establishing, but I do have to move forward with the next exercise so we can complete this here. Actually, you know what? We're actually done. So we went over a few things, unfortunately, until we hit the snack towards the end. But we did manage certificate templates. We configured certificate auto enrollment. We implemented key archival. We enrolled for user certificate, and we managed some key recovery there as well, as far as the last couple of accounts. So this video was on managing certificates, and next we'll be doing protocols and services. I'll see you there.